Okay, everyone, I'm so excited today because Eduardo Franco himself is back on the show. This time he's here to talk about Self-Reliance, which is on Hulu Friday. How you doing today, Eduardo?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. It's good to see you again. I
Hell
really
yeah.
love this film, man. You're always doing great, exciting stuff. So I see your name on something, I want to jump right in. And it was
I
interesting that
appreciate that.
Oh, of course. And
Yeah.
it's interesting, man, because even in the opening credit scene, it's a Lonely Island production. I'm imagine that's an immediate yes from you, right? Like, did you look up to these guys?
Of course, man. That stuff uh that their stuff blew me away when I was in high school. It was just just the most insane, shit to see and hear. But it's like an honor, to be like attached to something that's got that title in the beginning, you know what I mean? And I haven't been able to like actually get to like work with, any, like Sandberg and stuff. I did meet him briefly, but it's just an honor to be within the circle of of these giants, man. They're the best, man.
Yeah, and you rightfully deserve to be there. And it's interesting too because I love your character you're playing here as a PA ninja.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
what side of that was easier to tap into you for, the PA side or the ninja side?
yeah. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, shout out all the production assistants, man. They work their ass off, yo, and and it's like sort of it's funny. PA ninja. That's kind of what a PA is, man. They're in the shadows. You don't really
Mm.
hear about them. You don't really know about them, but they're out there, man. There's a lot of them, and they work their ass off. So shout out all the PA ninjas out there, man. But dude, it was dope because Jake was just very open with everything, and we tried it a couple ways, man. We tried playing it a little bit goofier, a little bit like, a little bit funner, like, hey man, we're big fans of you, in the scenes and stuff. And like that's why we're coming out of the shadows to like sort of talk to them. But
Mm.
then the version you do see in the film where it's like a lot creepier, that's what I love that that's what we landed. That's what made it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when you do take it sort of serious in a comedy, that makes it funnier, like naturally, I feel. And
Mm.
and I'm glad it is sort of resonating with y'all, because that's all I could ever do is hope that it does pop, or does, do its what it's intended, But yeah, man, it was a collaborative effort, man. It was Jake both acting and directing in the scene at the same time. It was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that's cool, and that's a great point you made about playing it serious for it to come off in a better way comedically, which it definitely does. And it's interesting what you're wearing in this. I like you got the black turtleneck on, so I see
Yeah.
that, and I just wonder, like, are you dripping sweat on set all day in that thing? Like, do you get some air? Do you pull that thing down?
I can't remember if it was hot or not. I think no, it was actually because we were shooting like at night, so it was all right. And we were inside the house, but like I can't remember, dude. I don't remember. I feel like I would have remembered if it was really, really hot and I was dripping sweat. Because that's a very good point. That's a thing that a lot of people, you don't notice it obviously on camera, but then like people talk about it after. It's like, oh, dude, it was so hot, it was terrible. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
yeah, but no. Luckily, it was also just like it was like more like athletic wear. I don't know what you call that material, but it was like breathable, I guess. So
Yeah.
it was actually it was probably the most comfortable attire I've ever worn in any any project. Maybe the most comfortable clothes I'll ever wear in any sort of project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, when I did Booksmart, it was dope. Olivia and costumes allowed me to wear like most of it was my clothes anyway, so that was
Right.
pretty damn comfortable. But on this one, yeah, that stuff. I mean, it was like pajamas. It was like sweatpants, and I was wearing like Vans, which is
Yeah.
the shoe that I wear all the time. It was just like that. It was just all black. It was dope.
Yeah, that must have been fun too. Yeah, and I'm glad to hear you weren't like dying in that. And uh It's interesting, man, too. Just before this interview, when I was preparing, I Googled Eduardo Franco. The first thing that comes up now is why is Eduardo Franco's hair so long? So it shows me that it's iconic, like a staple of you.
Yeah,
So are you fully committed still? Or have you ever any thoughts of like, oh, maybe I want to change it one day? Are you committed?
I don't. As of right now, there's no rush. I don't have any sort of intentions to do that unless a job comes along where it's like there's a V for Vendetta scene in it where you have to shave and buzz it off on camera or whatever.
Right.
Then it's like then maybe you know what I mean. But other than that, right as of right now, there is no talks of it, and also if and when the day were to come, it's definitely going to be like a sit down and really discuss what's going on because you know what I mean. It's made its way into like the 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 stratosphere of the career and stuff. And I mean, no shampoo commercials yet, you feel me? But
Yeah.
hopefully sometime soon. And I love
Yeah.
that. That's like the thing that pops up. Why is his hair so long? You know what, man? The truth is, it's because when I decided to grow my hair out, I was just sick of getting haircuts.
Right.
And then because when I would like when I was a kid, I had like spiky hair, that little Mexican kid with like spiky gelled hair, you know what I
Sure.
mean? And so then you'd get a haircut, you'd have little hairs everywhere, so you'd have to take a shower. And I hated having to do that like immediately after. I'm like, I already showered this morning, I gotta go shower afterwards. This is ridiculous. And then uh when I moved out of my mom and dad's house when I was 19, obviously getting a haircut would cost money, and that was not a priority. So I just here we are. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, looks great.
Yeah.
It's iconic. And as I'm looking at you while you're doing this interview, I love the wall you have of figures, and that's leading to a question I had. I love the post you have on Instagram, like you had the cocaine Michael Myers. Love that.
Yeah. Now you
Um,
saw that. Nice.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that the NECA Michael Myers, and is NECA your go-to brand? If so,
That's not the that's the Mezco.
okay,
Mezco Michael Myers. So it's cool because it comes with like what I like about their figures is they're in like the 6-inch scale, and they have like all these soft goods, on them. I love it when these action figures come with soft goods like material. You know what I mean? Like their clothes and stuff feels real, like it's made out of cloth and stuff. And I don't. I just feel like I'm living in this like crazy fantasy right now of like action figures being the greatest that they've ever been. And I don't just only stick to like licensed stuff. There's some unlicensed stuff out there, some third party stuff out there that comes out that's real dope that
yeah,
for legal reasons I'm not going to name because I don't want it to go away. so,
yeah,
so
100%.
yeah. Yeah, there's some real good stuff out there that's super fun to fucking goof off with.
No, it's impressive, and I really love you had the collection behind you. Very, very cool.
Dude, this is nothing, man. This is the soundproofing in the studio. The
Okay,
soundproofing, yeah. So like,
okay,
I got so much junk everywhere, man. It's too much junk. It's
yeah.
spilling out all over the place.
No, I love it. Before I let you go, Eduardo, I just want to ask real quick because it's on everyone's mind. You don't have to answer this, but fans kind of went to a panic with the cast photo of day one of Stranger Things season 5. Now they're thinking you're not in the season. Can you give us hopes that you are, or can you say anything? If not, totally cool too.
No, no worries. I appreciate that. It's nice. It's nice to hear that there's some sort of concern or something. You know what I mean? But I never got a phone call. So I think
Okay.
yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, okay. Well,
You feel
well,
me?
miss him. Maybe there's still hope though. I have faith.
I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I can't wait for everyone to check out Reliance on Hulu. It's Friday, Self-Reliance. Eduardo Franco kills it,
Self-reliance.
and it's amazing. So check it out. It's streaming, and you get to see him play a PA ninja. Eduardo, thank you so much for joining me today, man, as usual, and I hope to have a great day and talk to you again.
Hell yeah, dog. Thank you, man.